Good.
Right there.
Okay, we go.
All right, first I want to say thank you guys for coming. I truly appreciate it. It's like a life or death for me. Today I'm just going to talk to you guys about the NFL a little bit. So imagine putting your team on your back, outperforming expectations, but still being told that you're not good enough. And I'm sure we all can relate to that in some way in our life. Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens was named the 2024 NFL MVP by Pro Football Writers of America, stated Alex Butler. Even though he was voted the NFL MVP winner, he did not receive that. This speech today isn't just about football, but it's how we define success, and it's who we choose to recognize. Today we'll go over who should have won the MVP by examining the MVP race that overlooked Lamar's impact on the game, the media and stat obsession that disordered voter judgment, Jackson's full performance that proved his case, and the opposition and how they failed to account for the total value. So the first thing we'll talk about is the problem with that. The ongoing debate for the MVP versus Jackson and Allen put up flashy stats, and that's what was looked at most, which overlooked Lamar's performance and the total impact that he had on his team. They overlooked his true value by just looking at passing stats rather than everything that he did to bring his team to where they ended last year. A two-time MVP ranked NFL's best player for the 2025 season despite coming off a major snub, written by Pro Football Network in 2025. So even though Lamar was not voted as the MVP or won the award last year, he still is predicted to be the NFL MVP for this season coming. The problem and the cause of this was we had a tougher division. The Baltimore Ravens play in the AFC North. It's a tougher division than Allen's team, who's the Buffalo Bills. The Baltimore Ravens faced elite defenses throughout their season regularly and won. Lamar carried that offense with both his arms and his legs. If you guys are familiar with football, you know that when Lamar doesn't have options downfield to throw the football, he runs. And when he runs, he scores and he makes plays and he gets us first downs. The Ravens also played and had injuries with key positions throughout the season. Our running backs were hurt, the offensive lines were hurt, and we still won seasons. He still brought us to a 13-4 record and the #1 seed in the AFC. And solutions to this are that Lamar had 4,000 plus yards and over 40 passing touchdowns, according to ESPN statistics. He led the league in QB ratings, proving his elite efficiency over Josh Allen, who just had the stats, but didn't have the efficiency on the field that Lamar Jackson had by any chance. We beat top contenders, such as the 49ers, the Miami Dolphins, and even the Detroit Lions. And we probably would have beat the Buffalo Bills if we were not playing in Buffalo when Mark Andrews dropped that pass in the end zone and ended our season. And we did that, and he did this all under a new offensive coordinator last year. The opposition will say that Josh Allen was the Bills' engine, but he was also their liability, with a bunch of turnovers and plays that didn't help their team. Where Lamar was Baltimore's engine, but he also carried his team. The Ravens also were winning games all season long, from beginning to end. We didn't need a late season desperation like the Bills did to clinch where they clinched in the playoffs. The Ravens beat tougher teams. The Ravens beat tougher teams and played better situational football when it mattered most. Although Josh Allen soars past Lamar Jackson in the NFL MVP ratings, which stated USA Today, the MVP race clearly overlooked Lamar's impact on the game. The media and the stat obsession totally disordered voter judgment, and Jackson's full performance, without question, proved his case and why he should have been the NFL MVP. The opposition fails to account for total value. And I don't know about anybody else, but I stayed up all night to watch that award ceremony, and I put my money on FanDuel for Lamar Jackson back in August to win MVP, and I stayed up all night just to hear them say that it was Josh Allen. So that night I didn't just lose my money, I lost sleep. So even though Josh Allen had flashier numbers, Lamar Jackson had more wins, fewer mistakes, more efficiency, and a higher impact on team success all the way around. When the MVP is about value, leadership, and winning football, the clear answer in 2024 was Lamar Jackson. Thank you.
Very good defense for that. I really appreciate that. My question is though, as he is an amazing player, as we know. But the stats, did he have higher numbers than Allen?
Their numbers were right there, and if we're going based off just stats, Josh Allen did have a little bit of higher stats, and that's why they chose him to be MVP.
That's what I'm saying. With all those other votes, like, so who was the final decision? Like, is it like, that you think there was a race thing in that?
I mean, we'll never know what goes on behind the scenes, but I think maybe just because maybe we lost that game that chose it, and then I think if we would have went all the way and won some more games, it would have been Lamar Jackson. I think it was going to be Lamar Jackson all season.
Yeah,
he's already a two-time MVP, so.
And now you mentioned also that he's already up to be the number of MVP for this year.
100%.
Do you feel there's any other competition with all these new guys coming in, some rooks coming in?
Nope. I think Baltimore's going to go all the way. I think Lamar's going to win MVP.
Yes,
I think I'm going to win some money.
Do you think the same thing's going to happen this year that happened last time?
No, I think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. He's going to get a third-time MVP, and he's going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks in history.
I have to say, I'm not completely oblivious to football, but I'm not that into football. You just taught me something extraordinarily interesting.
Are you now a Baltimore fan?
No.
And then it didn't work out.
She's a persuasive speaker.
I am born and raised in New Jersey. I'm behind the Giants no matter what.
I'm sorry.
We'll see what they play. Well, congratulations. That was
Thank
excellent.
you guys.
Very
Thank
well
you for
done.
watching. I appreciate it.